Back in the late 70s, Don Edmond was working for IBM. He took a company assignment to work at White Sands Missile Range. While living in Las Cruces, he and his wife decided to take a trip to Walled Lake in the Gila Mountains.
We stopped at the store in Winston, talked to the folks, and when I left, I made a left turn instead of a right turn.
They only made it 2.5 miles before they found the place they would spend the rest of their lives.
We thought we had stumbled onto a deserted movie set.
Instead, what they found was the real ghost town of Chloride. Instantly falling in love with the place, they made an offer to buy a deserted house.
7 old-timers who lived in town came down and told us all the history of the place. Town marshal lived there, and there'd been some gunplay in the yard. Little building out in back they claimed was a jail.
Rather than tear the house down to build a new one, they decided to restore it.
And we've been restoring buildings ever since. We've done, I think, 8. I'm working on number 9 now. We're up at the end of town.
The biggest restoration was the Pioneer Store, which the Edmonds turned into a museum.
This was full of bats and rats. It took about 3.5 years to clean it.
In 1923, the mercantile store was boarded up with everything here left in place, and it sat here untouched until the Edmonds purchased the building and restored it.
It's just kind of an old slice of old history. If you can imagine, there were 3,000 people here.
Edmonds says a lot of silver mines operated in the canyon next to Chloride, leading to a boom in population in the 1880s. He says with 9 saloons, some brothels, no church, and skirmishes with Apache Indians, it was truly a Wild West town.
The records here show that Winston started about 2 or 2.5 years after Chloride. And some of the old records say it started because the good people didn't like the body element in Chloride.
After the silver mine operation shut down, only a few people stuck around until the Edmonds arrived. Now with a museum, co-op art gallery, RV parking, and a vacation rental cabin, about 350 visitors pass through Chloride each month. And after years of restoring the town, Edmonds says he loves the place even more than when he first stumbled upon it.
I wouldn't leave it for anything. This is the place.
For KRWG, I'm Jared Andersen.